Hello everybody! Today is an exciting day because it's not often that I get to try out a pedal before it actually comes out on the market. And thanks to the guys at Blackstar, I actually did this time around. So I am happy to introduce to you the Amped 3 pedal. Alright, so check it out. This pedal is actually a great tool either for the studio or live because it actually has a power amp built into it and of course a preamp. So you can actually take it out on the road and plug it in straight into a cabinet, or you can plug it into the board if you're playing live and just listen out of the monitors that are on stage, or you can throw it into the interface and just listen to it and record straight into the DAW and get recording some music in the studio. So it's a pretty kick-ass unit. So it's basically a full-on 100-watt amplifier built into a pedal. That's pretty awesome. I also enjoy the fact that it actually has a built-in attenuator, so you can drop down the power from 100 watts to 20 watts and even to 1 watt. So that makes it perfect for late night playing or like bedroom use, or you don't want to annoy anybody. You can just dial it down. If you're in the studio, you don't have to like blow your ears off. You can still play and record at low volumes, so that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the pedal itself and let's hear what it sounds like. We basically get 3 channels with 2 voice options per channel. So we get a clean channel, a crunch channel, and an overdrive channel. And of course, like I just said, there's 2 voices per channel. So we basically get about 6 different tones out of the 3 channels. But that's not all. We also get a power valve response section where you can choose a 6L6, an EL34, or an EL84 response to the playing. So yeah, I mean, you get a lot of options with this bad boy. Okay, so let's see what the clean channel sounds like. We actually get treble, middle, bass, and of course the ISF, which is the Blackstar patented control. Okay, so let's see what it sounds like clean. I actually added a little bit of reverb, which is also built into the pedal, so that's really cool. I love the fact that it comes with reverb. A lot of guitar amplifiers forget about the reverb, and this amplifier did not, so that's really cool. Also, another thing I want to point out is the fact that it actually has a built-in effects loop. So if you have like delays or stuff like that you want to plug into the amplifier and you want them to kick in after the preamp, then you can definitely do that. Okay, so let's check out the crunch channel on it. Now actually there's another feature here, which is the boost, which is awesome because you can actually set it up to be a pre-boost or a post-boost. And what is that for exactly? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Check this out. If you actually engage the boost before the preamp, you'll actually get more gain, so you'll get a little bit more saturation, a little bit more distortion in your sound. Check it out. This is on. But now, if you actually engage the boost on post, meaning after the preamp, then you actually get a boost in volume. So you can use that for solos and stuff like that. See what I mean? That's awesome. It's awesome that they actually included this. Alright, so let's check out what the Overdrive channel sounds like without the boost first. Here's the Overdrive 2 voice on the channel. And now boosted on the preamp. That's awesome. It's like having a TS9, but not really, because this is actually a linear clean booster, and the TS9, of course, you can actually tweak the tone and the gain and the drive. This is actually just set at 12 decibels for the preamp. So now if you actually go after the preamp on the post setting, you get 6 decibels of sheer volume increase, which is a lot. You wouldn't think so, but it's a lot. Now, furthermore, you actually get 3 different cabinets that you can switch from, and you can actually pick and choose different cabinets and save them onto the unit if you go through the computer into the Architect app. Now, sadly, there's a lot of things you can do on the app, but it's not live just yet at the time I'm recording this video, but it will be up and running by the time you see this video. You'll also have access to CabRig, which is going to have over 700 different combinations of rooms, cabinets, and microphones. And you can save all of these into the unit itself by plugging it into the computer. Now, another really cool thing that's featured on this pedal is the fact that it features 2 isolated 9-volt outputs, so you can plug in 2 different pedals into it without needing to have an external power supply for them. Now, all of this can actually be controlled via MIDI, so that's really cool. But one of my favorite features is the fact that when you record, you can actually record up to 4 different channels simultaneously. So you'll actually be able to record in stereo, so you can have channel 1 be your left, channel 2 be your right, channel 3 is going to be the preamp only, so none of the reverb or the cab simulation or anything like that. And then channel 4 is actually going to be your clean DI signal, so you can reamp it later on if you need to. I mean, there's a ton more features on this amplifier slash pedal thing. I'm not going to talk about all of them because this video would be like 20 minutes long and nobody wants to watch that. But the last thing I do want to talk about is what the channels actually are modeled after. But before we get to that, just do me a quick favor and please hit that like button. Drop me a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think of this pedal amplifier. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel like a man if you haven't yet. And if you enjoy the content and you want to help support the channel big time, please visit my Patreon. A little goes a long way and we surely do appreciate it. Okay, so like I said before, there's 3 different channels with 2 voicings each. So the clean channel actually has 2 voices. One of them is the clean warm, and it's actually modeled after a black face Fender amplifier. The other one is the clean bright, which is modeled after one of my favorite amplifiers ever, which is the Vox AC30. Now the crunch channel and the super crunch channel are actually modeled after Blackstar sounds. So you better believe they actually took the time to tweak the settings to make them sound awesome. Now Overdrive 1 is supposed to be another Blackstar sound, so basically like the Super Crunch but on steroids, a little bit heavier, a little bit more punchy. And Overdrive 2 is actually modeled to be an in-between, sort of a blend between the original 5150, the PV amp, and the EVH 5150 amps. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Alright, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Big shout out to Blackstar for letting me try this pedal out. You guys are awesome, and I will see you guys next time. Pad out, metal on, dudes.